Call to order the City Council meeting September 8th, 2025. Call to order at 6:08. Madam Clerk Assistant, you can do the roll call?
Yes, ma'am. Councilman A. Dixon,
Present.
Councilman Bobby Lester,
Yep.
Councilwoman Miller,
Present.
Councilman Don Dixon,
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Tracy Missick,
Present.
Councilman Billy Powell. Mayor, we have a quorum.
Thank you so very much. At this time, we'll have an invocation by Senior Associate Pastor Laney Lowe of First Baptist Church. Hey, Pastor Lowe.
Hey, Mayor, Council, thank you for letting me do this. In 2 weeks, we'll be celebrating our 200th anniversary at First Baptist Jonesboro, which means we're older than the city. From the beginning of the city, it's been our privilege to this very day to pray for you. And thank you for allowing me to have this privilege. Would you join me in prayer? Father, thank you for allowing us to be together as a town, as council, as a town who seeks the betterment of the people who live here. God, as followers of you, you've told us in Jeremiah that we're to seek the welfare of our city where we live. In the Psalm, you tell us to pray for the peace of the city where we live. Timothy, you tell us to offer prayers and petitions, intercessions for those who are in authority. And God, we do that this evening. We pray for these whom you have placed in authority over us and over our city. We ask that you would give them wisdom beyond their own abilities, that you would give them knowledge that is clear and understandable, that you would work through them continually so that Jonesboro might continue to be the type of city that we all want to live in. Honor yourself through all that happens. Through Jesus I pray. Amen.
Amen.
At this time, let's please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Council, we have a agenda before us. I did have some announcements, some additions that had to be made. Addition of the Trans Am takeover presentation. Hold on one second. Mr. Simpson, is the Trans Am anywhere on the agenda? I don't see it. Yeah, so rather than there, because there's an action that needs to be voted on, I'm gonna put it up under new business. Since I just read your note. So council, up under new business, if we would put item B, road closure request for Trans Am. Chief, are you familiar with the road closure extension? Okay, perfect. And council, under new business, item C, I'd like to add, you all received a copy of the nuisance and abatement resolution that we've been working on for a couple months. I'd like to add that to item number C. The nuisance and abatement that I sent you, we don't necessarily have to have a vote. I'd like to have a vote if I had a chance to look at it, but I figured we'd start the discussion. Under old business, item C, any comments or questions in regard to budget? And then item D, regarding rental property, what is that address, 173 Cloud Street? All right, let me just go over those additions. First of all, are there any other additions I'll add before I repeat them all?
Mayor. Oh, go ahead, Mayor Pro Tem.
Mayor Pro Tem.
I want to add if we can have a discussion and a vote concerning the approval of the funds for the forensic audit.
Am I looking at the wrong one? Give me 1 second. So that would go up under old business item D. That should have rolled over. It would be D. And did we give out you all gotten the memo that he sent? Are you gonna reference that? The memo that was sent?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right, anything else, Mayor Pro Tem?
That's all I have.
Okay. Councilman Dixon, A. Dixon?
Yes, ma'am. Mayor Pro Tem, I would like to add, under old business, a discussion or JYCG budget reconciliation
Has that been on our item before?
back in July or May. When we discussed the concession stands for the,
But
Lee
you want to
Street
talk
Park.
budget, I think that should go up under new business. Are you okay putting it under new business? Or you want to talk about just the concession stand? The concession stand can be brought up under old business. But
Saying we talked about the budget when we talked about the concession.
I think that's a new concern because we have new, let's put it up under new business.
No, we talked about the budget in July or in May. So I
Can
want
we,
to talk
can we
about
pull
the
and see when we
JYCG
referenced
budget.
it?
And we discussed that for the Lee Street Park Summer Youth Employment Program for the concession stands. That's when we had that conversation. I believe it was May, because we wanted to start the concession stands in June.
We'll just verify whether it's, so I know whether to put it under old or new business. But does it become new business when it, if it hasn't been, if it's been 2 sessions prior?
I mean, the little discussions yet, we have not added it as an agenda item, and, but I'm trying to find it, Mayor. There's,
You said July, Councilman Dixon?
June.
June,
No, sorry, May City Council meeting.
May.
there's, council to discuss Jonesboro Youth City Government upcoming events under new business. That is May, 12th to the full session.
Okay, you said it is something there?
It is, to some degree, yes, so, yes.
Okay. So that goes up under, oh, that would be E. What's the title of that item?
Jonesboro Youth City Government Budget Reconciliation. And if council doesn't mind, I would love to move that to item number A on new business, on old business.
Actually, it can, I was gonna strike item A. Is anyone from EnviroSpark here today? Okay, so it can take the place of item A,
Thank you.
and then I'll strike item A.
Can you read all the changes in there?
Hmm.
Can you read through all the changes?
Yeah, I am. Mhm. Assistant Clerk, Madam Assistant Clerk, you ready for me to run through so you can get it exactly? You ready for me to run through it? All right, council. I struck item A, council to discuss chargers for electric vehicles at City Center and continuing partnership between EnviroSpark and the City of Jonesboro. They weren't able to be in attendance, and I really want them here to present the difference between the two contracts. In that place, we will put JYCG budget discussion. All right. Item C is a budget discussion for fiscal year 2026. Item D is a discussion regarding forensic audit. Under new business, we have item B, road closure extension request from Trans Am Takeover. Discussion of, number C, discussion of nuisance and abatement resolution or ordinance, I believe. And D, rental of 173 Cloud Street. Council, are there any other additions or modifications to the agenda presented with said changes?
Mayor, may you please repeat the addition for old business, letter C?
Which one? Letter C?
Before the
Oh.
forensic audit?
Oh, budget of fiscal year 2026. Okay, at this time, I entertain a motion to accept the agenda with said changes.
Motion made.
Second.
Any further discussion, council? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Thank you, council. Could somebody bring the public comment sheet? At this time, we'll have, thank you, save you some steps. Thank you. All right. Nathaniel Duncan. Hey.
Hello.
Hey, Mr. Duncan. You're at 681 Flint. Is this River?
Yes, 681 Flint River Road.
Is that Jonesboro?
Yes, ma'am.
30236?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. What can we help you with today? Can you get the timer? No, I mean, I think it's a business related. Okay, go ahead. Yes, sir.
Well,
Timer.
hello again. My name is Nathaniel Duncan. I am the CEO and founder of Blazing Mafia Superstars Dance Company. Born and raised in Miami, Florida, just moved up here to Georgia. I have literally a small amount of the girls that's in 681 Flint River Road is known as one of the highest crime rated communities, here in Jonesboro. I have taken all these kids and actually trying to get them to areas to where we can have a safe haven. Low income property, so they don't have money to really pay for costumes. They don't really have money to get to competitions and things like that. So I'm asking everybody here in the community, to help our future. The girls that's standing behind me, be something in life and actually probably take places of you guys that's sitting here on the council as well. So my goal is to actually get them better and be somebody, in life and take them away from what they're seeing. If you don't, also, I'm gonna let you know I am a GDOT worker as well. I do work for Georgia Department of Transportation as well. So I have to give back, by any means necessary, that's my goal. So our goal is to get these girls transportation, costumes, uniform, proper etiquette, discipline, start taking them to different places to learn how to sew, how to start business trades, credit, financial areas. By the time they're 18, they'll be ready for life instead of getting to 18 years old and they really don't know what life is about and they just being thrown out there. So I don't have a mom, I don't have a dad. Both of my parents passed. My dad died at the beginning of this year. My mom died October 19. So I'm trying to show these girls with or without a parent, as long as you got a village, we can make it happen. And that's why we're coming to you guys today to try to make it happen for these kids. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
And Mr. Duncan, I was thinking that the business was in the city of Jonesboro, so it's outside the city of Jonesboro, but thank you for sharing your information. But I would encourage you to also attend the Board of
Yes,
Commissioners
I'm going
member.
to both.
Okay,
Jonesboro
perfect.
them told me to come here. Like,
Who
'cause
did?
I don't know if it's Sergeant Officer Watts and.
No, I mean, that's fine, but I'm just saying, I was thinking the business was in here, but thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, girl. Can you leave your information, or Shelby, can you give them a card, and if you would email Shelby your information?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Oh, we got his number, however, I just saw it down here. Mason White. Mason, what's your address?
We don't do address. We don't do addresses on public comment in here.
You can come whisper to me. Come here, Mason. You can come up. Yeah, you gotta be scared, Mr. Councilman. You can come up.
It don't matter. I need to keep it on because they don't be getting my minutes right.
You're fine. All right, go ahead, Mason.
All right, good evening, Mayor and council members. My name is Mason White. I represent Jonesboro Youth City Government. I am the city manager. All right, we're here tonight to speak on behalf of the youth of Jonesboro and not any individual council member regarding our operational budget for 2024 and 2025.
Good afternoon. My name is Rylan. I am the secretary of JYCG. The JYCG relies on city funding to run programs, organize community service events, and produce leadership opportunities for students. At the December 2nd, 2024 council meeting, the 2025 budget for JYCG was approved at $8,800. However, we have noticed that our base city allocation is missing $4,800 for 2024 and $8,800 for 2025. This has caused 2025 to start off in the negatives. Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. My name is Miriam Diallo, and I serve as a councilwoman for the JYCG. I'm just really here to seek clarification regarding what funds actually roll over from year to year. So, in the previous years, we were informed that these funds don't roll over, but we don't really understand if they do or don't. So I'm just here to really explain the grants and funds that we've gotten that we've been told that don't roll over. So first we have the Clayton County Public Schools May 2023 startup support, and that was $1,800. The CCPS Foundation, we got $3,500. Les Rolls Skate Zone fundraiser, $872. And then we got the Heart, Hand, and Soul Project, $200. Clayton County Chamber of Commerce, $250. Youth Service America and AmeriCorps 9/11 Day of Service, $1,000. National Youth Leadership Council Teen Driver Safety Grant, $1,000, and the Kids Run the Nation or Runsboro, $500. So in total, we got like $9,122 in grants and donations. So we really want to understand: does it roll over or not?
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jacqueline Alvarado. I'm the treasurer for the JYCG. And, okay, so we just wanted to say, without the release of the missing allocations and clear guidance of rollovers, the JYCG cannot responsibly plan or execute programs. This directly impacts the youth we represent and the programs we serve as the Jonesboro community. As treasurer, I do look at the numbers a lot, and I'm realizing we really do need the money. Although we have been able to go off of donations, I think we really do need this money for the youth of the city. Thank you.
So that was Jacqueline
Yeah, Jacqueline.
and Miriam, okay, and Rylan. Okay. Since I'm gonna give you all your time since everybody's named down here.
All right, thank you. All right, we respectfully ask the council to release the missing 2024 allocation of $4,800, and then confirm and release the 2025 allocation for $8,800, and then provide clear guidance on which funds roll over and which do not, including city funds, donations, and sponsorships. Thank you. You guys have a great day.
Yeah, especially when you got wrong information. All right, this time we have public hearing. Assistant Clerk, I'll just read the public hearing to make it kind of go through. Our first public hearing is regarding alcohol beverage package license application number 25-ALC-006 to sell beer and wine at 8113 Terra Boulevard, Suite A, Jonesboro, Georgia, 30236. The legal business name is Buddy's 8113 Market LLC, doing business as Buddy's Food Mart, number 3618. Swap and Deep Singh has requested to be the licensed representative. Staff recommends approval. Council to consider approval of this at this time. So what we're going to do, council, we'll do a hearing, and at the time we'll consider approval. All right, is anyone here to speak on that particular public hearing? Is anyone here to? Hi, Mr. Singh.
How you doing?
Good. Do you want to say anything?
I'm the.
Okay.
I don't
good.
know what to
You're fine. Is there anyone else here to hear on this? You can have a seat, Mr. Singh. Is there anyone else here to speak on this public hearing? I'll now consider this public hearing closed. Staff, council, it's approval. Staff recommends approval. At this time, I entertain a motion to approve.
So made. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'm sorry, any discussion?
Mayor,
Yes.
I do have a question. Is this location, I know they're under just new ownership, is that correct? Is this something they already purchased?
Yes.
Mayor Fraser, can I
I thought she said she turned the volume, or turned on. Yeah, it's the same,
My
it's a,
apologies.
it's an
My
existing
question
location.
was this something that was already being, did the prior owners already have an alcohol license at this location? Is this just a transfer of ownership?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's in the packet, it is. Okay, any further discussion? All in favor?
All right.
Any opposition? Thank you so much. Next public hearings regarding alcohol beverage package license application number 25-ALC-007 to sell beer and wine at 190 Jonesboro Road, Jonesboro, Georgia, 30236. The legal name of this business is Narbonne Enterprise LLC, doing business as Texaco Food Mart. Draminder Singh has requested to be a licensed representative. Staff recommends approval. Is there anyone here to speak on that particular item? I'll now consider that hearing closed. Council, I'll entertain a motion to abide by the staff's recommendation of approval.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Any opposed? Next public hearing regarding conditional use application number 25-CUP-006 submitted by Danny Orr. This request is for a community assemble hall retail space and an apothecary that will serve coffee and light fare. The property is located at 154 South Main Street, Jonesboro, Georgia, 30236. That's parcel 13241D E001. Staff recommends approval with conditions. Is there anyone here to speak on this particular item? Hi, Mr. Orr.
Hey there, Mayor, Council, nothing but respectfully request permission for approval, please.
Thank you so much. Is there anyone else here to speak on this particular item? I'll now consider that hearing closed. Council, you have the information before you, same recommendations that was provided last week. I entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Thank you so very much. Next public hearing is a conditional use permit, number 25-CUP-007, submitted by Tsunami Volleyball Incorporated. The request is to operate a nonprofit volleyball recreation facility engaging primarily in youth instruction, league play, and tournaments. The property is located at 776 Jonesboro Road, Suite 100, Jonesboro, Georgia, 30236. Parcel 12049C-D002. Staff recommends approval with said conditions that were discussed last week. Is there anyone here to speak on this particular hearing? All right, thank you. Anyone else to speak on this hearing? I'll now consider this hearing closed. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to consider approval based on staff recommendations with conditions.
Mayor, I'd like to make that.
So made.
Second that motion.
Any discussion? Yes.
When you read it out, I think you said 776. I just want the record to reflect this 7776.
Yeah, let the record
That's it.
show, I'm sorry, the property is located at 77, that's kind of scary, 3 sevens, okay, good. Okay, that's what it is. There you go. Any further discussion?
Mayor,
All in, yes.
Yeah, I would just like to say go big wave. Go big wave.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Thank you so much. The next public hearing is a conditional use permit, application number 25-CUP-008, submitted by Cloyd LB. This request is to operate an automotive repair shop. The property is located at 239 South Main Street, Jonesboro, Georgia, 30236, parcel 06001C-D006. Staff recommends approval with conditions. At this time, I'll just entertain anyone here to speak for that public hearing. Yeah. No, you can come to the microphone. Do you want, just here for questions? Yeah. Okay, so is anyone here to speak for this particular item? Okay. At this time, council, I'll entertain a motion to approve based on staff's recommendation of approval with conditions.
So made.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Thank you so very much. That concludes our public hearings. Council, we have 3 sets of minutes before us. Have you all had time to review all of those? Do you want to make motions on them individually or roll them over to next month? It's at your pleasure. Item A is council to consider approval of minutes regarding 8/4/2025 budget meeting number 2. 4.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Council, is there a motion to approve the minutes regarding 8/4/2025 budget meeting number 3?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? All right. Next set of minutes. Council, I entertain a motion to approve the minutes regarding August 8th work session. August 4th.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, thank you. Last set of minutes to approve, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes regarding the regular council meeting held on August 11th, 2025. Yes.
One question.
Mhm.
The dates on these, and I just sort of noticed it, budget meeting 2 on the 4th, budget meeting 3 on the 4th, budget, work session on the 4th, and then.
We remember we had
council meeting.
11 before and then a meeting. I think
I
it
know
was,
we had one that had 2, that had the regular meeting and then the.
that wasn't on the
budget
4th?
meeting.
Unless I looked at the wrong calendar. It was one at 11. I'm almost positive.
The same day?
We didn't do the work session the same day as we did Chief Oak.
I can't remember.
I think we did. I think we did it right before. But if you,
Let me look, I printed them.
thank you. I checked the dates, but I could be.
August 7th. August 7th was the official day of budget meeting number 3.
No, the final budget meeting was, maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing. Okay. Hold on one second. Okay, but I must have looked at them. Can I have a motion to withdraw all motions regarding the approval of minutes? And do y'all mind if we roll them back over? Because I just want to make sure they're right now, because I'm confused. Are y'all okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't have to introduce the person who made it.
So who has to roll them back over?
We can keep A though.
Oh, we can keep A, because A is right. Okay.
And you're right, I think one of them is just
Yep.
misdated maybe. The fourth that has under 3 old business A is correct.
Hey, where's Chief at? 'Cause it's a lot.
Budget meeting number 3 was 8/7.
8-7, okay.
Well, that was 3.
Council, who made the motion for item B? Mayor Pro Tem, will you withdraw yours to correct the date as 8/7?
On item
B.
D?
B.
B, yes. I would like to amend my motion to correct the date to August the 7th for budget meeting number 3.
All right. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? All right, now the work session was correct, am I correct?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I lost track, did we vote for that?
Yes.
We did, okay.
You're
All right, so now we're on track, so we don't have to go back. Item D, that's right, okay. Council to consider approval of minutes regarding the August 11th regular council meeting.
Second that motion.
Any discussion? Thanks, Mayor Pro Tem. Any all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Thank you so much. Council, we have one item on the consent agenda. I entertain a motion to accept the consent agenda with the one item.
Motion to approve.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? All right, thank you so much. Upon the old business, item A, JYCG budget consideration.
Yeah, so Mayor and Council, Jonesboro community, thank you all again for showing up. JYCG, thank you all for speaking up and advocating for your program. Just wanted to be clear as to why the youth are here. As they stated, the 2024 allocation was never placed in the JYCG budget, and we're asking tonight for council to make the account right for us so that we can continue to do the things that we need to do as a program. It is time sensitive. We have our Savannah Youth Symposium on September 19th through the 21st. We have done the work to raise the donations, as one of our scholars expressed, over $9,122. So we would just like the council to allocate the remaining funds for that account.
So $9,000 have been raised, but just so you all know, like, expenses have been made after that. Ms. Kennedy, our finance director, if you want to come forward. Maybe you can try to explain it again.
All right. What I was trying to explain to Councilman Dixon is that the way the where the juniors were set up was that they set up an expense account.
What years can you reference?
What years? 23, 24, and 25. They set up an expense account, which means that they just budgeted amount of money for that expense. So they didn't so it was just amount of money that was budgeted for that expense. But what I'm saying to you is that the youth council gets money from donations, they get money from grants and things like that. And all this money is flowing through the general fund, and it cannot happen like that. That's what I was trying to explain to Councilman Dixon, that the way it was set up, it was not correct. So basically what I was trying to show him with the sheet that I prepared for him was that the first year, if they had not been budgeted money from, that's all I was trying to show him, is that if you had not been budgeted money from the city, then the youth council would not have had money. Only the first year could they have actually supported themselves without the money from the city. What I'm trying to explain to him is that I don't want to go in there and make this any worse than it already is, because he's thinking that I can just go in there and the money has already been budgeted. It's in that line item. The money has been budgeted. Every dime that they have gotten has come in, except for, like I told him, he had $250 on there from the
Chamber of Commerce.
The Chamber of Commerce. I couldn't find where the city ever received that $250, but all of the other money has been accounted for. That's what I showed him. Every dime that he's saying he's got has been accounted for. And the money is there. It's been used, it's basically been used up. And what I'm trying to get him to understand is that I want to get this into a correct position, and what we need to do is set this up as a special revenue fund, so that money that's coming in from them, from grants and sponsorships and stuff like that, is not flowing through the general fund. This money will be into a special revenue fund just for them, and if the county and if the city decides that they want to make donations to that fund, that's fine. Then that fund will stay open as long as there is money to fund it, and it will not be closed out until there is no more money to fund it. But we've got to get this where we're putting it in the general fund. It cannot stay like that, because we're basically commingling funds, and funds that are not designated for the general operation of the city are flowing through Fund 100, and that's just not good. None of their money is missing. None of it is missing. It has all flowed through
Except for
that
250,
expense.
and we just need to-
Except for that 250 that I couldn't find. All of it has been in there. It's all been put through the general fund to cover their expenses. They've got a lot of expenses out there, so
Ms. Kennedy.
all of that money has been put into that account.
And just 1 second, Councilman Dixon. Have we followed up with the chamber to see, like, do you know that if that check was mailed in, Councilman Dixon?
I'm not sure. I would have to follow up with Chamber and Chief Cato.
How, Cato?
It was from the Leadership Clayton class, the event that we had at the, I would just have to follow up.
Was
That's
your
all.
group supposed to pay for it? Yeah, so all checks are processed. Mostly those come through you, Miss Maria. And so we'll find the 250, or we just need to go back to the source we have to go back to the source and figure out where it is.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Kennedy, thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for all that you've done, and I completely understand what it is that you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
What I just can't see on this paper right here, the spreadsheet that you gave us on 2024, it says 12/31/23 balance forward at $1,119, which means our donations rolled over.
What I was doing was making it look the way it should have looked if everything was done correctly.
So,
In the first year, you guys were not allocated any money from the city. The $1,800 was all that you guys had to start it off.
Correct, and that got rolled over, correct?
If not in Tyler, it is not set up in Tyler to roll over. It is, the money is in the general fund in an expense account. In Tyler, and they have to prove that they're compliant with generally accepted accounting principles, and they have to comply with internal controls. So when you do an expense account like that and you have your revenue set up, your revenue and your expenses, they roll forward, they roll out at the end of the month. Your revenue rolls out, your expenses roll out, so they basically zero out, and whatever you have left over, either it's a negative number or it's a positive number, that number rolls into your fund balance.
Yes.
This is what I'm trying to get you to understand, that number rolls into your fund balance. So the way it's set up with the youth council is that you're making it look like they have no revenue because you're running that revenue through an expense account in the general fund, and it's just not, it's not good the way it's set up to be done that way.
And I understand what you're saying.
And I understand exactly what you're saying
Can you share with me what I am saying? Because I don't want to.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. You're saying that in year 2024, the city allocated you $4,800.
Correct.
And so you're saying if all of that $4,800 didn't get used up,
No.
you wanted to roll forward.
That's where we are right here.
Okay.
So in 12/31/23, the balance forward got rolled over. 1,000.
No, it didn't. That's
what you're telling me. But 1/1/24, it should show where the city's allocation is.
The city's allocation is only in the system as a budget line item. In the budget, it shows $4,800. If you look at the line item in the system, it will show $4,800 for that expense line. That's the only way, that's what the budget does. When you upload the budget, that's what it's gonna do. It will show that line item, 100, 1,300, 53, 3,400. It'll show that amount as $4,800.
But it's not on here.
It's not on, I don't know what that is.
Like that's in our meeting on Thursday, that's where I understand everything you're saying. But the only part we couldn't get to is why isn't the $4,800 not on this revenue, right on January 1st, 2024?
That's what I'm telling you. Technically, it's not set up as revenue for you. It's set up as an expense account. That's the reason I kept telling you I was not gonna put that on there.
So where is the allocated funds? Like where is it in the entire budget? Even if it's not here in JYCG, where is the $4,800?
The $4,800 is set up in an expense account in Tyler. It's set up as a budget item. It's not set up as revenue. It's set up as a budgeted expense item. That's all it is in the system, is a budgeted expense item. So basically what you're saying is that line item can spend up to $4,800.
And I think it might help that some of the expenditures went across that 4,800 because the budget line has something equivalent in the expenditure line.
Yep.
So if you allocate 4,800, then as your expenses come in from reimbursement, it takes away from that 4,800.
It's never going to look right the way it was set up, because it's set up and they're running the revenue through that expense account, and they're running the expenses in there too. And it's just not going to look right. That's the reason I wanted to put it into a fund 250.
Oh, somebody,
Okay. So I just want to, if I may, it seems like, and for clarity of the people in the audience, they was a previous financial director that we had that did not set up the accounts in the appropriate way, right?
Nope.
And you want to fix the accounts. You need the accounts fixed so that going forward, it will look the way that it needs to look. However, the JYCG has a pressing issue right now where they want to book something for the students to go and learn in Savannah. And so what fixes? I understand where we are. I understand we can go back and forth and we can work, but what fixes can we put in place so that we can ensure that the babies can go, and then we can fix the things we need to fix on the back end, because those are adult issues, right?
But what I'm saying,
well, let me just add, we've already assured JYC that we're working on hotels, like their trip to Savannah. I met with them. We had a parent meeting, and the parents were assured. And so we're working on that. That has not stopped.
Okay.
It
And
was
what
needed,
count-
but we don't know about transportation regarding that, like the transportation expense. So there's a lot of unknown question marks regarding expenses that
Yeah.
I need to get in so that we can come before you all if we need additional funding for that. So we have not, have you gotten the expenses
And
for the
that's,
bus yet?
and that's what I'm saying, like,
So-
the expenses shouldn't matter because the money is, we've raised the money, we've done the work.
I think, so if the system is broken and we can just say, hey, this is what we can do to remedy it until we can't fix it now, we're in the middle of all these audits, we can't fix it. Yes, the money is there. Yes, JYCG did what they need to do, but it's in the wrong account. But we're gonna still make sure that we get done what needs to get done. And then on the back end, when we can fix it, we will, because they're saying the money's there, it's just messed up.
Well, I
and
don't
they
know,
gotta
how
fix
much
it.
money are you saying is there?
Even if he looks at the sheet that I gave him, where I just said, this is what you raised and this is what you spent, even if he takes that 8,800 against what they have spent so far, it's still gonna only leave them at a present budget amount of, what was it, $3,200 when I sent it over to him? last
So if we
night?
gave him
That's what-
everything.
But
That's
that doesn't
everything.
include, not,
That
not
doesn't include
2024,
48,
I'm not showing where 2024,
You're
the
looking at-
Every time you touch the
$4,800.
glasses, I think
You're
you're
looking at it from a standpoint of what I made up for you. If we go and we print out what's in Tyler, it will show that is their correct budget, because even though the money was ran through that account like that, that is their correct budget. It shows every dime that they ever got and everything that they spent. So even if he takes that budget that I showed him for 2025 and subtracted out the 8,800 that they were due, they would still just be at that at the $3,200, or, and I think there may have been
And that
some
was
more
including the
expenses since then.
250.
Yeah, minus the 250.
Yeah, so
too.
give it to, we did the 32 with the 250, but we still gotta find
I'm
that.
talking about for
And
2024.
And I think also, Council, and maybe
Uh-huh,
you,
and the 2024, I've got to give you the printout from Tyler.
so also,
I got to give you the print, because that's the only way you're going to understand it. It's, all the money is there, every dime that they raised, except for that 250, which I can't find, it's all there. It's there, it's just being run through an
But
expense
it's like,
account.
so if we raise $9,122 in 2023 and 2024, and we've received $4,800 for 2024, I don't see how we can be in the negative.
Okay, well.
well, you're not in the negative. You got
You're not, you got
$3,200.
3,200 still sitting there.
Council, I'm thinking of Councilman Powell. Do y'all recall us saying that we would budget a certain amount, but they have to raise a certain amount?
I got it referenced right here for you.
Raise, okay, so
Hold on.
so you did include the full budget, the
Yeah,
8,800?
It's all in, it's all
Okay.
in the system, so, yeah. it's
And I
in
got
there.
it, and I thank you for that
What
too.
I think, what I'm confusing him about is I'm trying to show him the way it would look if it was set up properly. And that, I think that's what is.
So can you show
bothering
him? I think this
But
would-
I can show him from the system what
Okay.
is showing in the
I think if we
system.
do a spreadsheet of all expenses since the inception of JYCG, all the expenses, just run it straight through, and then give me a total. Then go back through and, Mason, then go back through and give me all the budget allocated amounts, plus all raised, and we'll do subtract. But I think you've already done that, and it came up with 3,200.
3,200.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Ms.
Hold on
Kennedy.
for a second. So, like going back to, and I appreciate everyone taking the time because we need to get this right. And thank you, Mayor and Council, for allowing us the time to get it right. I really appreciate it. I would like to make a motion that and I know that you all have to get it right, but this is real time sensitive. So I would like to make a motion to actually make a budget amendment in the amount of $5,021 transferred from the Jonesboro City Newsletter line item to the U City Government line item.
Council, there's a motion on the floor. Can I get a second? Yeah, open for discussion. My concern with that is we have been very transparent that there are other line items that we need to shift for expenses that we didn't, particularly health insurance increase this year. I think there was there are a number of items. So Council, I would ask that we hold before switching anything from the newsletter until we have been going through every department. We got one more department to go through before we make that adjustment. Now, what I would ask is that if JYCG can give me the total expenses for their Savannah trip, subtract it from what is there, and then allow me to allocate that funding from another line item rather than the entire 5,000, because from what I've seen, with the total amount is 3,200. Mayor Pro Tem? I'm sorry, did you have a question? Okay. I thought you did.
Well, just discussion, Ms. Kennedy, so moving forward with JYC, are we set to have that clear so that we don't run into this again?
Yes,
Okay.
I am.
So
I am gonna do it.
are we creating them their own line item in revenues as well as expenses?
That's what I'm doing in Fund 250, but right now I'm having a problem with Fund 250 with Tyler. I'm trying to work it out with Tyler, because I had already set the 1,000 that he got into the Fund 250, but for some reason, Tyler is not pulling all of the revenue and expenses in Fund 250 into a revenue and expense report that pulls in all of the revenue and all of the expenses, so I gotta get that worked out with him. That's the reason I took the $1,000 cause I wasn't gonna run it through the general fund, cause I don't like doing that. But when he said he wanted to see what his budget was, I took the $1,000 back and transferred it back over there, because right now I'm having a problem with the Fund 250, so I need to get that straightened out, and
So-
that's the only reason I did that.
So is this a software problem, or is it bad?
I think it was just
bad
the way.
finance
No, I think it was
problem in the
just,
past?
no, it was just the way it was set up, because Fund 100 is operating correctly, and Fund 310, the Fund 300s are operating correctly. It's just the revenue, the Fund 250 where you do special revenue funds. I don't think that they were expecting to use that so much, and so if you don't put, if you try to like put a department, it's not pulling those in. If you just put 000 in the department section, then it will pull that money in. But the departments, if they go out and raise that money, they're gonna want credit for it. So that's what I'm telling Tyler. I need you guys to fix this for me so that if the, Downtown Development Authority go out and they get a grant, they won't get credit for it. If whatever department goes out and get that grant, if they wanna have credit for it, then I wanna be able to, put it to that department and have that department pull into that.
That was gonna be my next question, grant money specifically.
Yep.
Because grants have to be managed.
Yep.
So you can't just put that
I
money
know, that's what
anywhere.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying to you. If we had it set up as a grant, if you guys had just done a line item like you do for the
Give an
the
example for
Downtown
like
Development
the
Authority.
CD, give an example for like the one that we
see,
just
'cause
set
like
up.
on the Downtown Development Authority, when you guys do that every year, you just put a line item to transfer, to do a transfer over to the Downtown Development Authority. So you guys do a transfer on this sheet to do that for them. And that's what we should have been doing with the money for the youth. Should have done a transfer and then have it transfer that money over into a Fund 250, and that would have, and then we could have used the expenses against that, and that money would have, it would be more to what he wants it to look like.
Okay, so
But,
moving forward, we're
Yeah,
gonna be in
moving
good shape.
forward, we will do that.
All right, there any more discussion? Yes.
Just a better understanding of what your response was to the newsletter funds, and I guess I'm only asking, I don't know if the terms need to be, if the wording needs to be different, because the newsletter funds, since we came up with the creative, since you and Shelby brought up the creative way for us to have the newsletter that doesn't require these funds anymore.
But that was for this year. I thought y'all were gonna do a second one. Y'all not doing one this year?
I think it's supposed to start like October with the new people. I know we were gonna do one more.
Yeah, we were gonna do one more
But-
in-house.
I mean,
We can do one more, maybe. Well, you know what, that money was used, I'm sorry, for the cost of for the allocation, we were using that for the funds to mail out the postcards for the election. Remember when we talked about that?
yeah.
We said that we would use those funds for the direct
don't
mailer,
have
and that's gonna
newsletter
run
funds,
about, it's gonna run close to 5,000. Remember the cards that we talked about that notifies that? That's what we were gonna use anything left in that one for. Sorry.
What?
Remember we said, oh.
The newsletter funds we're gonna use to mail out postcards to let the public know that we are not going to vote here for the election, and we're working with the county, and we said that we will use those funds for the mailing to the public,
Or use the newsletter funds?
for the mailing to the public to let them know that where they can be voting, so they're not confused.
Council
Okay.
wanted to be sure that we hit everybody on all avenues, not just social media. So we are gonna take the hit for the direct mail to get it out to all of our residents. And that's where that is coming from, is from the newsletter.
I thought that money was coming from the savings that we were supposed to be getting for doing the elections at a certain place.
I thought we said we were gonna get it from that because we don't, until we get the savings. That's what I thought we said.
I thought we were gonna be saving to have the
But I
elections
think
with
my
Clayton
only
County.
concern is, I don't mind appropriating the money, but I don't want to appropriate that large of an amount and it's not allocated for what they're going to use. I would, council, would you consider entertaining a motion to cover the difference from the 3,200 of what is needed for them to go to Savannah and any other things that they want to do as they come up, rather than just saying, here's $5,000, which leaves them with 8,000, because there are other areas of the city that need to be, there's other areas. So the whole goal is to get JC, the youth council, what they need and to get them to Savannah. But right now, I don't know what the we're still waiting on did we hear back from transportation?
I got the numbers for you right here. It's-
Okay,
it's,
but we can go over those.
4,000.
For transportation,
Oh, no, just total.
4,000? Yeah, so if they have 3,200, then
Well, that was last Friday now. I don't know if anything's been processed since.
I don't think I
because she
signed,
did-
I don't think
okay,
I
okay.
signed
So-
any. I don't think I signed, you didn't get a check? No, I don't think I think that should be pretty stable, give or take the 250. So, council, I would ask that there would be a motion to just move over that, what is needed for Savannah, and I've asked JYCG to create a budget for what they want to do for the remainder of the year, for approval for additional funding, so that they're not necessarily penalized, but then also, because the math just says they only have 3,200, however you look at it, giving them everything. All right, so there's a motion on the floor. It's been second.
Yes, ma'am.
Who seconded it? I want to make sure. You got the second? Okay, all in favor?
All right.
Any-
This was, no, wait, Mayor, I'm sorry.
This is for
Before you vote,
5,000.
The motion that was on the floor and seconded was to use the newsletter line item. We need to vote on that. That's the open motion that we were discussing.
Yeah, but I think it was the amount, so I want to be clear on the amount, because I don't know the exact amount. So I would prefer for us to say, to approve a certain amount to be moved from, because I don't know if it's 5,000. Is it 5,000 in there? Like I said, I don't know what's in there exactly.
Should we ask Mr.
Sure.
Dixon made the motion, should we ask him to amend his motion
You want to put the dollar amount?
with the amount?
Perfect. And that way, if it's not enough there,
What I need for-
then the amount is approved. Is that what y'all saying?
Well, the motion was for that money for $5,021 to come for a budget amendment from the newsletter.
So that means we
line
would
item.
have,
And then
funded,
it was, well, then it was seconded, so if he.
if you amend it to just the amount.
and-
I included the amount in my motion. It's $5,021.
Well, that's fine. The motion can carry, the motion can stay. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
So that's the amount needed, $5,021.
No, the only
Well-
amount that's needed is $800. They
That's
have,
the amount that should be in the account.
what the finance person saying that's not the amount that should be in them. What should be, how much should be in the account?
It was the, did you have that?
I don't have the current, but what you stated was the last amount that's currently with the JYCG is 3,200.
3,200.
So, based on your practices, all the money counted for.
All of it's accounted for, every dime.
Every dime, including 4,800, 8,800. We didn't fund it in 23, did we? The city didn't?
No, the
Okay.
city didn't fund it.
So that includes
anything.
4,800, 880 for this year, and $9,000. Less all
I don't see the
expenses.
48.
How much do they have left?
3,200. That's what we had, that's what we.
So it's
came
not
up
like
with
it's
on
missing,
Friday.
that's what they have left.
So is 3,200 the balance that we're currently showing in the Youth City Council?
On their budget, yeah.
Is what the city, is that's what the city showing? Mr. Dixon, what are you showing?
I get the numbers from finance. I'm thinking that we're supposed to have $5,021. that should be just the difference.
So you think you should, so right now you should have $8,000 left?
No, it's like I said, just going back, I see all my expenses right here.
So I'm asking, if you got 3,200, how much do you think you all should have?
1 second.
Okay, who's, not the baby, but where? And council, that's what I want the council to, the Jonesboro Youth City Government to have it, but I also want to respect our finance director and the practices that she has to follow. And so the amount says 3,200. But he can't do the numbers.
$4,621.44.
So there's a difference of $800.
See, that's what I'm saying. Everybody's thinking that money that you guys budget for them just rolls into an account.
But let's
and
just
it
say
doesn't.
it, I know it doesn't, but
Okay.
let's just say for the sake of argument, it does.
Okay.
So he's saying that his balance should show how much?
$4,621.44.
So that's a difference of $1,200. So why wouldn't we make a motion to just roll $1,200 over from the, if you already got 3,200, you're saying you should have 4,800. Why isn't the motion just to roll over the difference between the two?
Like I said, this is my understanding. I just can't see, I don't see the funds on this paper. That's all.
But you do agree that you feel like your account should be 4,200, 4,800?
Not including the 250.
But the 3,200 includes the 250, so the 250 is in there. The
No, it
32
does not include the
It doesn't
the
include
250. No, how can we
Okay.
book money that never came in?
Okay, so,
We never booked it because it never came in.
okay, so don't include that, because if we don't have it, we'll get it, and,
Yeah.
so that'll come in, so let's not book that.
Yeah, we're not gonna book it until it.
Yeah, and
until it
checks
comes
all
in.
go through Maria, so if we don't have it, it's a strong possibility we may not have gotten it, so let's not include that. So not including that, is it 4,800, or does the 4,800 include the 250?
Based on my understanding, at the close of 2024, $4,621.44 should have rolled over to 2025. And at the start of 2025, JYCG should have had $8,800 allocated to their accountants.
Are you saying y'all should start the year with $12,000? Is that what you're saying?
Yes,
But what she's saying from, that we can't roll it over like that.
those are grants and donations though, correct? Those are grants and donations that we're talking about?
The total, the amount, everything that they have gotten in has been put into that expense account. There's a budget line item that says they are budgeted $8,800 in that line item. It's an expense account. It's an expense account. That's all I know. It's an expense account. So once the revenue is closed out against those expenses, they will zero each other out at the end of the year, and whatever's left will go into fund balance, because that's how Fund 100 works. It's the general fund. And that's what I'm telling you. It never should have been put in there. That money, the first $1,800 that he got, should have never been put in that general fund. It came from Clayton County Public Schools. It was dedicated for them. It should have gone to a Fund 250. So he's thinking, okay, I still have that money left at the end of the year, but according to the Tyler machine, you put it in Fund 100, so it's not left. It's just,
Whether it's a grant or anything.
whether it's a grant or anything, you didn't put it in as grant money. You didn't put it, you just put it in to your regular account. So it just got washed out.
So his 3,200 that he has left is based on the 8,800 that he received this
The
year?
Plus the
3,200
9,000.
is based on, see, that's what I'm saying to you guys. Every year that budget clears out. So in 2024, he had $4,800 budgeted in there.
Now it's gone.
It's gone.
So
It cleared
3,200
out.
is just from the 8,800 we award him.
Just from, it, no, it's basically the 8,800. It's basically what he's working with. Whatever, and also whatever he, put into it. And see, that's what he's not accounting for. I'm telling you, this whole thing was screwy from the beginning. What he's not accounting for is that he keeps saying, well, I had that 4,800, but the 4,800 doesn't go into that account. It's just a budget line item. It's just an item that sits there to say, oh, you can spend $4,800, but it doesn't go into that account. What they were doing was putting all of his expenses into that account, and then if he got money in, they put that money in there too. And so whatever, all of that was going against that budget line item. Every bit of it was going against that line item. Every time they put something in there, it reduced that budget line item. So whatever the $4,800 was, every time they put money in there or increased money in there, it reduced that $4,800.
But Ms. Kennedy,
That's the way it works. That's the way the system works.
so let me just
So-
ask, 'cause I want to make sure that we're clear. You went back and looked at
Mm-hmm.
all revenue, which in this case would be what we allocated, 4,800 and 8,800, plus
No,
not,
that's not revenue.
well, I'm sorry, all money
No.
that was entitled.
Allocation.
Allocations, okay. So you went into the $4,800 allocation, the $8,800 allocation, and $9,000 in grants and donations, am I correct? If you added all of those up and subtracted it from the expenditures, how much would they have left? If we gave them everything and allowed it to roll over, how much would be left?
I'm gonna have to do it again, because right now I'm
A little confused.
getting mixed up. No, not really, but I mean, I can do it. We'll just do it again. I'll just do it again. I don't want to do it like that because technically that's not right.
I
It's
know,
not
I-
right the way that you guys are wanting me to do it, and that's the reason I told
And,
you.
well, I don't want you to
do
do it like that. I'm caught between,
No,
I
mean,
want
no.
and that's why I want you to do it the right way, based on proper accounting practices. And let me just say that when the previous person did it, I think it was because JCG was new to us, but it should have been corrected. So we're gonna correct it, but the biggest thing is that all monies are logged in at some point.
It
So,
is.
yeah, and so what I wanna do right now, because the only thing between now and the next council meeting is their trip to Savannah. And we need to start booking hotels and everything, so,
And see, what he's not getting is that the way that budget is set up in there, if he puts money in there, it increases that budget line item. If he takes money out, it decreases it. So he's thinking he's not getting the full value of that 4,800, but he is. He's thinking he's not getting the value of that full 8,800, but he is, because of the way it was set up. It just should not have been run through there like that. But I'll do it however you guys.
well, I want you to do it the right way.
No, I mean,
So-
we're
so-
gonna, 2025.
So
it
what
will
is
be
your, at
totally
this point,
different.
what is your recommendation?
I mean,
Based
I can
on
go
best
back-
practices?
I can go back. We're trying to do all this stuff with these audits. I mean, I can go back and I can fix it, but that's gonna take time. It's gonna take a
That's what
little
I'm
bit
saying,
of
but if you
time
fix it-
because you've got 23, 24, and 25. I can go back and fix it.
Okay.
I can go
So, but I'm
back
saying
and
for
make it right.
tonight, Councilman
But,
Dixon,
I mean, I'm getting stuff from
I
Tab and Tab.
understand.
They got a
I
portal set up there.
understand. I
I can
understand.
spend my time fixing this, or I can spend my time uploading stuff to Tab and Tab. If they approve the money tonight for the forensic audit, I'm gonna have to be working on that. So, I mean,
okay,
I
so
can
let me
fix
ask
it.
you
I'll
this,
go back
Councilman
and fix
Dixon,
it
just
if
so
you
that we can
want.
continue prioritizing Ms. Kennedy's time. I think the only thing that you all have between now and the next council meeting is going to Savannah. And we're gonna get them to Savannah. You said it costs $4,000 to go to Savannah, am I correct?
Correct.
All right, y'all have 3,200, not a problem. Can we not entertain a motion for $1,200, which I know would be enough, yes?
I just want to say, the $4,000 budget is based off of if we get the school bus, with
Oh, that's
Love Joy,
right.
and that's only $250. So if we have to charter these kids, it's gonna be a lot more than $250. So that budget.
But so we don't, I thought we were looking for, we didn't get that yet?
No, we haven't
Okay.
done the charter as of yet. Just a quick Google search that.
So would a better motion be to utilize whatever amount of money is necessary up to a certain amount from the newspaper in order to get the kids to Savannah? Would you be okay with that, rather than the 5,000? And then that gives Ms. Kennedy, would you be okay with that, Ms. Kennedy? That gives you some time to do it the right way. I know.
I'll fix it.
I appreciate you, but I would like to go ahead and just get this squared away. I wouldn't even like to discuss this at next month's meeting.
Okay, so there's a motion on the floor to just give JYC additional 5,000, so that means we up to 13,000. I know, Ms. Kennedy, but sometimes
No, I mean, I'm
sometimes
just
they don't
saying,
value
I mean,
professional opinion, so I got to
just
go
saying
with
we
it.
got all these other items.
I know too. Yes, ma'am.
So if we move the $5,000 over, you're fine with Ms. Kennedy not using her time to go back and fix all of the errors, Councilman Dixon?
No, we need everything fixed. I didn't want to come back before council next month to discuss this again. I wanted to go ahead and get it cleared up now.
When are you going to discuss what she fixes?
We can have a discussion. I just don't want to, we can have a
He
meeting.
just want the money now.
That's what I'm saying. If we give the money now, then can she utilize her time to do all of the other things that we need her to do? And then when she's finished, then she can go back and fix or clarify all of the things that didn't go the appropriate way with the JYCG budget, as long as you get the money that you need now.
Yeah, as long as.
Because she's basically saying she's one person and we want her doing these audits and a forensic audit, depending on what we say, and JYCG, and she can't do all of it in 30 days.
No, I understand. I understand.
So if you get the money, can that buy her time to do what she needs to do, and then on the back end, she can go back and give you a better detailed explanation as to what happened with all your transactions, but you'll have the money you need to move forward?
I think that's more than fair.
Okay.
I think that's more than fair. I really appreciate you taking the time. Again, just for the record, we've been trying to fix this thing for some time now, since the top of the year, maybe even longer than that. So I understand where you are as being one person
And being new.
and juggling different things. But this is something that's been pressing for a long time now. Now we're in year number 3 for the Jonesboro Youth City Government, and we expected to have everything we needed to have.
And you all will
And
have
here we
everything
are.
that you need to have. So there's a motion on the floor. It's been appropriately second. All in favor?
What's the motion again?
To just give them $5,000 from, additional $5,000 from
Newspaper.
the newspaper. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Me. Okay, all right. Thank you.
All right.
All right, next on the agenda, Budget Council. Do y'all have any questions on y'all budget?
I do.
Go ahead.
I do. I just received an email this morning in regards to the new budget that we just received. It said I am attaching the 9 mill rate, and the only changes was the deduction to the Jonesboro Youth City Government.
I'm sorry, where are we for the record?
The item, just the budget discussion.
Did we strike the Public Works Department?
Oh, I'm sorry, I got my little, I thought B was, council to discuss furniture for the Public Works Department. Marcus, do you have that information? So council, basically, the total amount for the furniture is how much, Taylor?
It's $44,759.95 with corporate environments.
Okay, and Mrs. Kennedy, did we discuss where that would be moved from? I think that was the question.
Yes, okay, because there was $10,000 that got charged against his budget that should have been charged against sanitation, so I corrected that and moved that back. So that meant he has $30,000 in his furniture account, and we can move 16 to cover the rest of this from, what account did I say it was? Marcus, which account did I say it was? Streetlights, because he has quite a bit of budget in streetlights.
All right, so council, I entertain a motion for approval, and then she'll bring back the budget amendment. In discussion.
Mayor,
Yes, ma'am.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Moving the 16,000, do we need a budget amendment for that, or is that within, since it's within his department? Or
It's within his department. I mean, I don't know what the limits are, so that's what we're working on right now.
Right now, he has enough for us to do the deposit, and so that's why, and so we have enough to get it started, and then if we need to come forward for budget amendment, then we'll be able to come back before time for final payment. But he has enough for what's required to,
He
for the
has
PO.
enough in his budget for the 30. If we move the out of streetlights, he will have enough in there for the furniture. So he has enough in that line item from streetlights, and then he will still have at least, what did I say, Marcus, what did I tell you last week? 48, 58? He'll still have about $58,000 in streetlights, so he can get through the rest of the year.
Well, so what will that look like in his budget, moving the money just from one line item?
One item to another.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? All right, now, item C. Any questions regarding the budget, council, that was presented? You want to hang out for a little bit, Ms. Kennedy? Councilman, Alfred Dixon?
Yes, I did receive an email this morning with the updated mill rate, and it said that the JYCG, but the only change was to lower the amount for the Jonesboro Youth City Government. Is there any other changes?
I think,
Not from what I sent to you guys last week.
no, that's
No.
that one.
Mm-mm. It's the same budget from last week,
So what he's speaking of, I brought the Jonesboro Youth City Council back down to 4,800.
down to 4,400
And that would give us $4,400 in.
contingency.
In contingency. I know that ain't a lot, but like, it could cover a tree the way these trees be falling.
And so that's the only thing, just again, for the clarity of everybody, that was changed from last week to this week.
Yep.
But this non-millage rate budget included us cutting our travel in half, included us cutting positions, and that was what was presented to us last
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
But the only additional thing that was changed is the JYCG budget. Y'all just didn't do that last week. is
Yeah,
what
we
I'm
didn't do that
understanding.
last week, but we did it this
Yeah,
week.
and I'm gonna go through one
Okay.
more time. So this, I'm not asking for a vote for final. We go through this slowly as she updates the line items, then I look at it again. So there'll be some other suggestions. My goal is to get at least $25,000 in contingency. And so just at least. But just so you all know, this budget includes the 4 officers. Remember, originally we wanted to roll the 2 officers back. We couldn't roll the 2 officers back. And then I think there was some other allocations that we couldn't put in. So it's 4 police officers. How many public works, Chief? Director Marcus? 2 to 3, and then the receptionist and one code enforcement officer.
Is the newsletter in the 2026 budget? Is there a line item for the newsletter in the new budget?
Let me see.
And I think it is, and I kept that because remember, we still have to pay for postage.
Is that's the line item postage?
No,
it'll be
it says newsletter.
It says newsletter.
How much was it? 6,500?
6, something like that.
Yeah, because I think each one with postage is gonna run us about 30, 32.
What's the newsletter?
And remember, we said we would just do 2. Mm-hmm.
No, it's not.
Well, it's a different postage because it's coming from a mail, direct mail house.
I printed
So it's
mine.
about
Oh, no, that's just the
2,200.
revenue side.
And that depends on whether we're doing, I mean, we could save by,
Okay, look it up for me.
we could save by like apartments and stuff like that, but you know, I want to get them all out to everybody. So again, I probably will not bring this budget back before you all for approval until November, so we'll have one more month to look at it. We're meeting with each each department to see where we can shave to at least get a $25,000 budget. Contingency. Council, y'all have any questions on y'all end? Okay. Any more on this end? Okay. All right, next agenda item. Attorney Gerard, would you walk us through this? The forensic, do y'all all have that paperwork in front of you?
Yes, thank you. I've got it here if anybody needs this for the abatement nuisance. Does it?
No, we're on the forensic audit.
Oh, the forensic, I'm sorry. I thought I had it right. Okay. This is a memo. Want to make sure everybody's got this. It's got red, blue, and black. I sent it on Friday, but would you like me-
Council, did everybody get it?
I have the email, but he asked for the copy.
Yeah, I do. But council, so I would entertain a motion for the additional $30,000 for the expanded scope as requested by Plant Moran.
I make a motion that we move forward with the $30,000 to continue the audit.
Any discussion? Yes.
What cap are we going to set? How far are we before I get there, Attorney Dreyer, do we foresee any additional requests? Or is this the entire scope and they're gonna go? And if there are additional requests, what is going to be the cap? Because now we're at $95,000 to $100,000 of something that was not budgeted, while we're nickel and diming over $5,000, no disrespect. But are we gonna be here again next month? Or is there anything we can put in writing that says this is where we're stopping, and if you can't do everything at this amount, then do what you can and that's it?
It's a great question, and when they asked for the additional 30,000, they said, we think it's gonna be about 30,000. So they have not put a hard cap on it. I do think that we really tried to honor all of their requests and not say no to anything. But we really did go back and forth, getting a lot of explanation about every additional line item they were suggesting. You know, I would be, my communication with them, if this is approved, would be that,
They have to finish it for 95,000.
council needs to, yes, council would very much like y'all to stick to this 95,000 and no more. It is a very big expenditure for the city of Jonesboro, and we need them to get this done fully, but at that price.
And have they given us a time span? I know we gotta get now.
I don't know that they've given us that. They're usually pretty prompt to get going, but
No, I'm just saying to get us a report back.
to give us a report, oh, yeah, they have not provided that time frame. And partly they were interviewing to see what the scope would be and how much they needed to do.
All right, so council, there's a motion on the floor. It's been appropriately second. Any further discussion?
I just,
It's a lot we could clean up, but like, it might take another 30 minutes to get everybody to understand it.
I understand that this forensic audit has ballooned, and I'm on board with it. It is troubling to me, and I don't know if this needs to be point of privilege or just discussion. This is troubling to me that we can find an additional 30,000 for something like this, but when it comes to initiative funds or things for the youth or things for counselors or things for our community, not that this forensic audit may not bring some sort of light to some people in the community that's looking for it, but as a council, I think that it is disturbing that we can just, we're okay with just grabbing $30,000, but we're willing to cut everything else that benefits our community. So that's, if we're gonna go ahead with this, then that's fine, but I don't think that we should continue. I'm not gonna be on board with continuing to raise the price beyond this, and I'm uncomfortable doing it now, but because it's ballooned to where it is, then that's fine, but that's something that we should think about, that we're okay with just grabbing money from wherever for something like this, but when it comes to our community, when it comes to our youth, we're uncomfortable doing that.
And I made the recommendation for it, but since you brought it up, some of the things that they're asking for here, I feel like could be discovered by ourselves, and that information has been provided. They're going to take some time to look into the understanding of the city's process for renting the city center, conference rooms and things like that. Like Maria can run a report to tell you every time we've had an event and what has been paid. And if you all have questions about that, then we can answer those. And items like that, we shouldn't have to pay a forensic audit. I mean, I don't know what the implications are. I think it says here there's lost revenue allegations. I'm assuming that they're thinking that the conference room, the city center has been used and people have not paid. Well, I can tell you that the conference center has been used and not always have been paid, because if they're used for nonprofit organizations and they come from before me, I often, if it's during business hours, I will sign off on it. So we have like the Rotary Club that's meeting and we've signed off on it. But Heart and Soul has had meetings there and I have signed off. The criteria that I usually put in place for my authorization is that it has to happen most of the time during the day, so it doesn't impede. So things like that, to me, it doesn't seem like, if there's a concern about lost revenue as it relates to the city center, it's easy for the Green, because, not the Green, but Lee Street Park amphitheater, because anything that's happened down there, they done paid somewhere, came before a voucher. But I do, let me be clear, waive or allow, not even waive, allow nonprofits to have meetings or organizations for the benefit of the community, as long as it's within office hours. But so I don't know what it means when it says lost allegation, but that's one thing, y'all, we don't have to investigate. I can give it to you all, and if you all aren't happy with it, then you file an ethics complaint with our standing ethics committee and allow them to hear it if there's any misuse of funds. They also say here, is the red your writing?
The red is their response.
And they even said here, in my opinion, it is the least important of issues and may not be a good use of the city's funds in this engagement. However, we're approving it all. It also said, when I was talking to Ms. Kennedy, the allegation is the misuse of grant funds. Well, the only grants that we have utilized right now is CDBG, and we're audited by them every year, and we have passed every audit. Did we get the results back of the audit this year? Yeah, so I don't think, but last year Maria helped with this, and so the CDBG grant has been audited, and the other grant is ARPA. Well, if you're concerned about misuse of grants, all we simply have to do is roll out everything that has been charged against ARPA. You all can look at it and highlight anything that you have a question with, like, why did we buy a set of tires with ARPA? Why did we buy, I don't know, a lawnmower with ARPA? Why did we buy a police vest with ARPA? And so no, I can't, that cannot be hid by anyone. And we have not used large sums of ARPA this year, because we have been trying to save every dime of ARPA to be reallocated for our public works building. So that could save us some money there as well, because there are no other grants. The $5 million grant that I've secured, we have not started spending against. And then OPB grant, that's through the police department, y'all get audited separately? Yeah, they get audited separately anyway. There's a firm that's just like with the CDBG. So for example, we're gonna get reimbursed for the playground for the CDBG grant, and they came and we had a meeting and we had a whole list of everything that we had to do to be in compliance with that, and so we were able to get that. But those are ways that we technically could save, but we can pay them to look at the revenue at City Center, or y'all could look at it and then come back before the public and present to them what you all think was wrong. And the same thing in regard to grants. We can print you, because everything that was for, have you looked at ARPA, Ms. Kennedy? Okay, we haven't got to that yet, but she can run that for you. Yeah, she's working on that. All right, there's a motion on the floor to go ahead and give them $30,000 extra. It's been appropriately second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, the motion carries. All right, let's go to item new business. Council to discuss Historic Preservation Commission appointment. We got a new one?
Good evening, Mayor, Council, and citizens of the City of Jonesboro. We have another applicant that is willing to serve on the Historic Preservation Commission, so I'm asking for approval of this applicant. The applicant's name is Mr. Christopher Williams, and he's resided at his address for 3 years.
Council, I entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to approve. Second.
Any discussion?
Mayor,
Yes.
Christopher Williams, so he does live in the city, correct?
Yes, he does live in the city limits.
Okay, that's all I need.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, next on the agenda. Give me 1 second. No, hold on a second, I'm getting it.
Oh, no, we got.
Now it's road closure extension. Chief, we don't even need the presentation. Can you just tell us what road they want to close?
So we're expanding College Street to Smith Street, that section of Main Street, and then there'll be partial closures
Right there.
Mill Street and Church Street.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve the additional road closures. Chief, you've approved all these and we can, okay.
Motion to approve, Mayor.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Road closures approved. Next on the agenda is our nuisance and abatement. So council, you have been given this is something we've been working on contrary to the public view. This nuisance and abatement for about, I don't know, 4 months, or maybe feel like for longer than that. So Attorney, you want to talk about it?
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. We have proposed what will update the nuisance and abatement. The mayor suggested, and I think y'all know, that we go forward with 4, a reasonable amount of properties that you have heard the most feedback about. This should let us get through the magistrate court process in a reasonable way. And Just a couple, if I can make a statement on personal privilege. The GMA has a 2012 version after there's been substantial state law changes. So we made it whole cloth. And we checked with some other cities. We're pretty happy with this. And then the other thing is I actually voted on this, and the reason the law changed is because we were trying to make it easier for municipalities. So hopefully we can get this through very efficiently, and properties are put to good use.
Council, I'll entertain. At this, I don't want to entertain a motion to, let's look at, okay. There's just any questions, and then we'll bring it back before you all for approval in October. No, I need to look at something else. All right, thank you, council. As you all are aware, rental 173 Cloud Street is now vacant. We will be doing our National Day of Service on 9/11 in partnership with Lowe's, doing some interior painting with staff. Just a reminder, the city of Jonesboro will be closed to work on our National Day of Service, which is a national initiative all across the country. Right now, we have one particular person interested. Chief is also going to speak with 2 additional officers to see if they might consider, I based it on seniority. And so one of the applicants that would consider staying there is here with us in case council had any questions. And then Chief will speak with the other 2 with more seniority in case they're interested in there. My thought was to only offer to essential workers for the benefit of actually living in the city in case of emergency, and we consider our public works department to be essential workers. Shelby has a few pictures up here. The house is in need of, oh, I'm sorry, Shelby, I should get you one. The house is in need of some significant repair. We think the painting will help. The floor needs to be done. We have what did we find out if 2,500 includes supplies?
Yes.
Yeah, so the floor in the kitchen must have had some water damage over time, and so it's $2,500 to replace that. The stove needs to replace. There's a broken window and some other minor repairs that we can get done over time. My proposal would be whoever is approved, in particular if Mr. Clifford is approved, that he would work with our Clayton County what's the CDBG department called? But he would work with them to do a home ownership purchase and to support the nation's movement toward workforce housing. So Mr. Clifford is here today. He understands that consideration may be given to some other applicants as well from our first responders. So there are just a few pictures, if you can see. We do need some paint, maybe some doors need to be replaced. Shelby, go back one. That window needs to be replaced. The flooring in the kitchen needs to be replaced. The stove was broken, so it needs to be replaced. You got a close-up of the stove? Okay, give me a close-up of the stove. So like the whole front of the stove is gone, so we'll have to get a new stove. There's also some stuff that was left in the back. So we would need some money to go into this. I can tell you that anyone that would purchase this house would purchase it as an investment property and then turn around and use it as rental. But this is where we'll be on 9/11. If anybody in the community want to come and grab a paintbrush, we really appreciate it. Mr. Clifford here, you want to come to the mic, Mr. Clifford? He doesn't like talking, but even though, like I said, he knows that he may not be the final applicant, but he's been trying really hard.
I've been working with the city of Jonesboro for 5 years. I'm good what I do. Where I'm from Jefferson County. I've been working with the city of Louisville down there for 13 years. And I understand the business and how I go, and I love what I do. I don't have no complaints, and I work very hard. So if I'm the one to pick, I'm welcome to be in there. Thank you.
Mr. Cliff, you didn't do the whole speech. I'm sorry, Mr. Cliff said he would work with a home ownership program to do those things, and hopefully within the first 12 months he would be able to, and this would be his first home purchase. So he's excited. He has a wife and some little girls. So that's where we'll be, council. Just wanted to share that update with you. You say what? There you go, the yard is bigger. Yes, sir. Councilman, yes, Councilman Don Dale.
What's it renting for?
Right now, I think we discussed 1,300. Before we committed to that, and I brought that back to you all in the last rent received was $950. So we had been renting it for a significant amount, for a less amount for a significant amount of time. But once we talked with Mandela Jones and the Housing Authority to see what type of down payment assistance program, one thing we can do, if the rent is $1,300, a certain percentage of that would be put into the Housing Authority and utilized toward his closing costs when he closes. I mean, those are some options that you can do for like a lease to rent. But I think we said, did we say 12 to 1,300? Yeah.
That's the current going rate.
Yes, for a 3-bedroom and 1 bath. Yes. Actually, it was anywhere between 1,100 to 1,300. If he moved in right now, it would probably be a lot less than that. 1,300 is pristine condition because it only has 1 bath.
Only reason I mention that is because if you do it undervalued, IRS is going to consider any difference between the going rate and what we rent it for as income.
Well, we don't.
Which he would be taxable.
Who, the city?
No.
Who, Cliff? Yeah, and I will figure that out. I'm just concerned that everybody knew, well, most of y'all knew, I know Councilman Lester knew that we was renting it before, well below the value. Like at some point it was $750, and nothing was said at that particular point. So we would look at, I don't, if he rents below, yeah, I don't, but not
That's
against
pretty
him.
close to it. I don't think you would have any problems, but you know, if it's, you're renting it to it for 900 or 950,
Well,
the going rate would be 13.
Well, we just finished renting it for a year to somebody for $950, and did she pay some taxes?
But was she
What you
not, she
start
wasn't
them
an
at
employee?
and what
Huh?
goes up.
She wasn't an employee.
I don't think that connects with the employee.
Yes.
Yes, it does.
It does.
No, I
That's
thought
what it's for, because
Councilman, Attorney Dreyer.
Yes, about the rent.
I didn't think that would file up under fringe benefit. It could be up under the workforce legislation.
It's a great question because they have cutouts for workforce.
But I don't think 1,300 is far below it based on the condition of the house. So I think when I looked it up, it was 1,300. All right. Got D. Where we at now? We did new business. I skipped to that, but we already did that. Okay. Now, downtown development report from Andrew Simpson. Ms. Lakuta.
Okay, I can do a couple of things. Did anyone have any questions about my report? Go ahead.
How did the meeting go about the Christmas decorations? I know that's something that our residents speak about a lot, about downtown. It looked a little different. I know, I'm sure we're set for our wonderful tree that we have up here, but how did the conversation go about the Christmas decorations? Will we have some on Main Street downtown, I think?
That's still under discussion. One of our issues was, and I think Mr. Hurd can concur on this, we did not know how tall our light poles were. So without knowing the exact height, we couldn't then determine whether we could do decorations or not.
And also, Council, and then let me just add this too. So I'm going to ask them to not move forward with the Christmas trees right now, only because there are no contingencies, and the money that we had allocated in line items for public works equipment is not going to be there next year. So that's one of the reasons why we were kind of waiting to kind of clean up everything, because there are some purchases for public works that we have to make this year because they're not funded next year. We have 9 trucks right now. Is it 9? We got 8 trucks without AC right now. How many of those trucks don't have heat? So we have some major repairs that have to go for public works. We need new mowers. So I love, and nothing like a Christmas light, but I've asked them just to give Miss Kennedy, as you've seen, she's cleaning up slowly but surely to see what we have. But I would think some of those funds would have to go toward getting our gentlemen in some cars that have AC and getting them some heat for the winter.
So that's my first point. My second point is, it's kind of a remiss of me, but I will now be starting to introduce the new DDA members. This is Ms. Triera Turner, if you'd like to come up and say hello.
Thank you so much. I'm not
camera ready, Mayor, I'm so sorry. Good evening, Mayor, members of the council. I was writing down footnotes in the back. I'm like, okay, let me think about what I'm gonna say before I come up here as if I new president or something, right? I'm a resident of Jonesboro. As I mentioned before, I'm Tiara Turner. I was stationed here. I'm a U.S. Navy recruiter for Clayton County, and I'm also a local business owner on Main Street. I own the Glam Command. So I'm all about bringing beauty, empowerment, and opportunity to our city. This is my third council meeting, and I'll be honest, I'm still learning my footing, right? So I'm still learning how things go, but I believe in showing up, listening, and being involved, and showing my face in this community because I love Jonesboro since I've been here. And I'm truly honored to have been selected to be a part of the DDA. It's a privilege to be a part of such an impactful group that is committed to shaping the future of Jonesboro. As a recruiter, as a mom, as a business owner, I'm in support of the city, the programs, the partnerships, and everything to make Jonesboro great. And together I believe that we can ensure the opportunities remain accessible, our businesses succeed, and that our youth are empowered to lead our future. So thank you for welcoming me to this community. I'm on the spot, so I'm rambling, I'm sorry.
No, thank you, that's fine.
For your trust and selecting me to serve on the DDA. I'm super honored, and if anybody wants to join the Navy, you can.
Go Army. All right, thank you so much. At this time, we have our economic development. Do you have a report for us today, Ms. Akuta?
No report.
All right, this time we have reports from Councilman Alfred Dixon.
Yes, just want to first and foremost thank everyone for coming out and showing up for the youth. I really do appreciate it. To thank the Sheriff's Department for the collaboration and coordination efforts with the beautification on Terry Boulevard. I really appreciate that. Not sure if you all know Arts Clayton is having a photo shoot, reception, and a show and reception on Friday. We have a couple of our finest, Marisol, Lavitia, Andrew Simpson's name I've seen on there as well. So come out and support, 6 o'clock. And thank you all again. Staff, thank you all.
Councilman Lester?
Nothing.
Council Asia Miller?
I just want to say thank you to our staff, as always. Thank you, and welcome to our new DDA members. Thank you to everyone who came and sat through the entire meeting. Even those that left or those that are watching at home, we appreciate you. Knowledge is power, and so be present, and when it's time to speak, if you have something to say, please come. We welcome your comments. We appreciate you, and just double shout out again to our staff because we have the best in the land.
Councilman D. Dixon?
Nothing at the moment.
Mayor Pro Tem?
Yes, Mayor. I just wanted us to pause and think. I'm excited that the city is participating in a day of service on 9/11. I was reading earlier and I found this prayer that was written by Mr. Jim Burns, 911 Remembering Prayer. And I'd just like to read part of that for us tonight, just so that we can remember and we don't forget. So if you'll bear with me. Holy God, we have gathered here today to remember the faithful day, September 11th, 2001, when our nation was so viciously attacked by terrorists. We are here to remember when the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York City, symbols of strength and American pride, fell to the ground in dust with 2,605 lives lost. We're here to remember when the Pentagon symbol, the symbol of our military might, was attacked by our enemy, killing 125 people. We're here to remember the brave men and women who diverted a flight over Pennsylvania, crashing the plane in a field near Shanksville where another 40 lives were lost. We're here to remember the 264 people who died on the 4 airplanes, people who were flying in confidence of safety of America Airlines system, never experiencing or expecting such a tragedy that would befall them. We're here to remember the brave men and women of the police department, the fire department, the Port Authority, who were caught into the awful, awful day, who so bravely and courageously reached into the very center of that inferno and pulled out as many as they could. On that day, we lost 341 firefighters, 2 paramedics, 23 New York police officers, and 37 Port Authority officers that lost their lives in the process. Our hearts and prayers go out to the families of those people who diverted the flight, who brought that airplane down in a field to avoid a greater tragedy, Holy God, we honor the memory of all those who died on September 11th, 2001, and we earnestly pray for all our brothers and sisters in public safety today who could be called at any moment, at any time, to an accident such as this. Holy God, we remember those who died that day, and we remember those who stand ready to go into such a terrible day for us. Put your great arms of protection around us, dear Father. All our firefighters, police officers, and our military who stand in our stead to protect our lives, our property, our community, and our country. Grant them protection, cover them with your amazing grace, and in our prayer, amen.
Councilman Powell?
I don't have anything.
Just a few announcements. This week, again, our National Day of Service will be at 173 Cloud Street, partnering with Lowe's that's donating the paint and everything for it. Our Chief of Police, let's give it up to Chief Cato, who was nominated for one of the Valor Awards. He's one of the nominations. That's hosted by, you knew you was nominated, Chief, stop acting like that. And so some of us will be attending the luncheon for him with the Chamber of Commerce on, what day? Friday, thank you. Next week is the first annual Spirit Week. Staff appreciation, aren't y'all excited, staff? So there are activities all week. Follow us on social media and Facebook, and you can see all the exciting things. Each day has a different theme, and so we're really excited about that. So make sure you check us out on social media. And the playground will be opening on September 18th. We'll have a grand reopening with some safety checks on 9/18. So again, follow us on social media, and we'll post something on our website about that. That is all that I have. Staff, did I miss anything? Shelby, Taylor? Huh? No. Okay. Cameron? We'll get you the details. Give me a second. Yeah, yeah. All right, anybody else? All right, I entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
We have executive session on the agenda.
Oh, we don't have executive session. No, she just always listed. Y'all want executive session?
No.
Yes.
For the
Yes.
purposes of, what's the purpose?
We need to discuss some personnel matters and real estate and,
Oh, okay, so tell me what it is so I can call it for the record.
yeah, that's what we say. What is it, personnel matters?
No, it's
real
three
estate?
things, but we got to name what we're going back there for.
Okay, personnel matters.
All right, so we'll be going back in the back for personnel matters. I entertain a motion to go into executive session
Oh, and real estate, I'm sorry, real estate matters.
in real estate. I entertain a motion to go into executive session. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we're now in executive session.
There were no motions that needed to be made from executive session, Mayor.
Motion to adjourn.